I sometimes, when I read negative comments, I don't never really give them any attention. I kind of just move on about my day. But every once in a while, you have to point out these demonic people because a lot of the times they be so thirsty. Then now, this one or two things. This dude did he delete his comment? I know he did not delete his comment. He deleted his comment, bro. He deleted his comment. No, you didn't. Oh, no, yeah, there he is right here. They be so thirsty to get a rise out of you, they don't even make sense, So I'm just going to point out everything wrong with this, and it's not about giving them attention. I just got to prove to the world on these demons that are constantly messing with you and trying to put you in a negative mindset and, have you feel like there's something wrong with you, blah, 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 whatever. I never got diagnosed with any mental illness, and I know that's what y'all want to occur in my life, and it's just not going to happen. I am the definition of a true wild card when it comes to this program. It's just like I think too logically, and I see a lot of illogical things that's happening to me. So anyway, just read the comment. It's wild. I was on the last bike, right? So we're just gonna stop right there. I was on the last bike. So I'm going to show you the symbology. If you go to watch this video where I called out the bikes, note if you count every single last person that crossed my path, it was a total of 6 people, including the female running next to them. And then if you just move slow, people who know how to edit, or you can just keep pausing it on the video, literally look at the dude on the last bike and look what he's doing as he's riding past me. Because they do so much psychological and symbology warfare, where sometimes I don't catch it, but I'm so happy. It don't matter whether you're a troll, whether you're a person seeking a little bit of attention, or whether that really was you, because you messed up. You screwed yourself over, So look what he was doing in that video. Look at the little one-eye symbolism as apparently he's the dude on the last bike, and look what he was doing with his eye. Look at the cover up. Look, so you already got the 6. You got the number to 6. There's 6 people, right? And then because on one of the bikes you'll see 2 people on it, but there's 6 people, and then the dude on the last bike, this guy JWP, had his eye covered. The symbology here, And so let's just continue. And I was recording a video and told everyone, watch. There's going to be a schizophrenic cackling. I don't know what that is. Cackling. Sorry, my English is trash. Cackling and talking to himself on the bike path. So what I find very interesting is you knew you would run into me, but wait a minute. I haven't took that route to work in about 2 to 3 months. Very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Very inspiring, my brother. So, and on top of that, I never, ever came from that direction at that time, 8 o'clock. I always made sure that was the last bus. The 57 and the 56 comes from that direction. I always make sure I catch the last bus when I catch that way to work, because it's literally a straight shot to work, and I could just, go to work, bam, I'm there. So I never been there at 8 o'clock. So it's even more. It's like, so first of all, I didn't go there in months. And then on top of that, I never went that direction at 8 p.m. So I gotta, people, after hearing what I'm saying, like, do you see the problem with this? So this guy is no different than Chef the Handler. These guys, these bots, I think they're just bots or whatever, get on your page. They say the similar things, crazy, need help, schizophrenic, blah, 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 BS, It's like Fight Club, remember? Gang stalking is like Fight Club. No one talks about it. And when you are intelligent enough, or you're spiritually connected to God, and you just know what you're dealing with is theatrical bullshit, and you're not crazy, there's nothing wrong with you, you're perfectly sane, but you keep seeing the same exact things, like, come on, man. And JWP, you want to know why I called out that synchronicity? Do you want to know why? Is because when I was going that direction, and I mean every single time I went that direction, I saw that synchronicity. That's why I called it out. I haven't been over there in forever, but every single time I went that direction, y'all hit me with the same synchronicity. See, it's like, I'm telling you, these people, like, they're calculated with their attacks, but they're not really bright people. Y'all are not the smartest bunch of people. Like, this whole comment makes no sense, bro. Like, it's just, and sure enough, I was right. Get help, bro. You got to stop living like this. The world isn't about you. You know, I used to say that back in the day too. The world isn't about anybody. It's not supposed to be anyway. But this program, and I'm pretty sure millions of other people experiencing this same type of behavior can agree to the same exact thing. The world is not supposed to revolve around you. But for the people dealing with this harassment, this demonic psychological operation to destroy you from the inside out, I'm pretty sure they'll say the same thing. Y'all made it about us. Y'all could have just left me alone. You know, you could have just let me go to work, rinse, repeat, do whatever I got to do, maybe find a chick, settle down, have kids, grow and die. But no, y'all chose to pick me out of everybody. There's a million different people on the planet to harass, and y'all chose to pick me. Y'all chose to pick a non-violent person, a person who uses logic for everything. And you know, and due to the fact this program, everything about it is illogical, you know, this is why I make videos and I talk about this, you know, and every once in a while, you know, you get people like this, and it's just, whether you're a troll or whether that really was you, that whole video, you even posting this comment just proves to the world on how evil and sadistic y'all really are, how crazy y'all are. And this is why I document. I don't only talk about my harassment, I document and I show examples. You're calling it schizophrenic, but if you watched the video, JWP, didn't you? How is it schizophrenic when I called you out? And since I'll give you a chance, since you recorded the video, Mr. 2 subscribers and no videos, and let's go ahead and see the video, JWP. You know, because that's what you were telling everybody, right? So obviously, you know, if you're making a video, you're going to upload it to your Instagram. If you're not on YouTube, you're going to that's what I really want to see, because then it still doesn't answer the question on how did you just happen to know. I haven't went over there in months, no exaggeration. I put this on everything, no exaggeration. I have not been in that direction in months, but you knew you were going to see a schizophrenic, crackling, these people, man, I swear they're just not intelligent. They're so desperate for being the center of attention, they end up making a fool out of themselves. You know, see me, I talk real stuff. I spread real truth. I don't understand, you know. It's like, do y'all not think before y'all act? Like, everything about this comment just screams wrong. And there's 100 other comments, but the main reason why I had to call this out, because even if you just look at that whole situation, you see me calling out these people, and you look at, if you're familiar with how Freemasons and Luciferians and these devil worshiping people, not only throughout TV and games and TV shows, you can see symbology, you can see the checkerboard, you can see the numerology, you can see the color psychology, you can see all these different things at play. And it's like, you even see this in the video. I didn't even see it until I really sat there and watched the video. Like, I sat there and I looked at him, right? And what he's doing in the video is he's covering his eye as he's riding past me. And like I said, all at the same time, it was a total of 6 people. See, I just thought it was funny that I called out y'all theatrical game. But now it hits me even more due to the fact that you got a total of 6 people, including the female running. And you got the dude on the last bike, Mr. JWP, covering his right eye. And even that, look at all the celebrities. Don't it seem like they always cover their right eye? JWP. They don't use, now thinking about it, celebrities, when they do the whole covering their eyes symbology crap, it's never their left eye, it's always their right eye. That's very interesting, JWP. So let's do us all a favor and show us the video. You know, because I just, even if the video was a thing, that still don't explains how you knew I would go over in that direction. I haven't been over there in months. Like I said, I got to say it again so you can understand, you know, so I can get the schizophrenia out of the way. I haven't went over there in months. But when I was going over there, no exaggeration, every single freaking time I went over there, y'all hit me with the bike lights. And I just thought, hey, you know what? I haven't been over there forever. Let's go ahead and whip out the camera and see if I still get the same synchronicities. And lo and behold, wow, man. Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You know, I don't want to make this video too long. We're already past 10 minutes. You know, this don't require